Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been quite some time now since I released a video on YouTube, and I'm sorry about that. I first want to apologize by saying I'm sorry I didn't film my collegiate nationals meet. The circumstances that were held during that meet, it kind of made it impossible to film, because the difference between last year and this year was you could have someone in the back room and film you while you warm up and can follow you out onto the platform and film you. This year you were not able to, so I didn't really want to prioritize my time wondering and thinking about, okay, I got to get this clip and that clip, and I didn't want to stress about that because the meet in itself was very stressful. Squats, I literally had to warm up in 6 minutes because they flipped the flights, right? So usually the heavier weights, they'll go later on in the meet, and then the lighter weights will go first, but for whatever reason they ended up just switching them completely. So I was first, and I didn't even know, because the past 3 meets that I've done before, it was, I would go last, and then I'd have plenty of time to warm up. But this year I only had 6 minutes, and then it was so stressful for squats, and then bench went decent. I missed my third attempt, didn't really get what I wanted to hit, and then deadlift, I just blew all expectations for what I had. Me was very well. I ended up taking first, 1390 pounds total, 457 squat, 292 bench, and then 640 deadlift. Following the meet, I had a couple of weeks left of school, and then I graduated, so I was pretty busy with school coming down to the end there. And then once summer started, I started dating this one girl. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, be sure you do. It's at Kyle_Noack_. But I've been posting her a lot on there. Her name's Heather. She's from Alabama. Sweetest girl I've ever met. And we've just been seeing each other the past couple month and a half. But I finally picking up the camera today. Do a little vlog. I'm actually going to the gym right now and hit a squat and bench workout to finish off the week. Today's Friday. So that's always what we do on Fridays is squat and bench. It's more of like the strength day. So I'll do a top set and then back downs and so forth. With training, following collegiate nationals, I had an off season for about 6 weeks, 7 weeks. And the past 5 weeks, as well as next week, are AMRAPs. So I'm in a big AMRAP block right now, trying to increase work capacity. By increasing work capacity, I'm able to endure heavier weights, aka it's gonna push my max greater. So what I'm doing right now is I'll do a top single, probably a single at RPE 7 to 8, and then I do an AMRAP, but it's not a full AMRAP as what you guys would normally consider an AMRAP. It's an AMRAP at a certain percentage of my estimated 1 rep max, and it's capped at an RPE. So at the beginning of the block, it was capped at RPE 6. Now it's capped at RPE 9. So we're slowly increasing the intensity as each week goes by. As I said, week number 5. So right now it's, I think, 78% of my estimated 1 rep max for an AMRAP at an RPE cap 9. And then I'll do a back down 3 sets, super easy, just to keep up with the intensity and the volume work. And that's pretty much what's going on right now. Moving forward with training, I just got confirmation that Collegiate Worlds will be happening. I'm not going to disclose any information on when or where it is because I'm not too sure how many people know about it, but that is the next step in training, is prepping for this meet. I don't even know. It's going to be one of the most craziest meets I've ever done. It's not in the United States. I'm going to be traveling a lot. There's a lot of factors that I'm going to go through and have to accommodate to make sure that everything goes absolutely perfect for that meet. There's some high hopes for me to break some world records, potentially even win worlds for my weight class, but that's not what I'm concerned about right now. I'm just concerned about everything that went wrong at collegiate nationals, fix it, move forward, learn from it, adapt, and grow. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to get some pre-workout in, and then we're going to head to the gym and get a good gym session in. So, all right. So you already know what's going on for the supplements today. We got Flight pre-workout by BPN as well as Endo Pump. We're going to do a scoop of each. You cannot use discount code NOAC anymore. BPN got rid of their discount codes and they're now using support links. So the only way to support me is through going through a link in my bio. I will link it as well in the description. And then you just go through that link. You don't have to type anything. You just simply purchase, and then it supports me. But yeah, I appreciate that if you guys do go through that link and support me. Feeling a little tired this week. I just got back from Houston for summer shredding, and my body's been shot. Didn't really work out there. It's all right. Back on schedule now, and let's get a good workout in. Right now, I'm going to start doing some hip mobility work with a kettlebell. I'll pretty much get into my squat stance, hold the kettlebell, and I'll rotate left and right. Not only does it open up my hips, but it also increases my ankle mobility for when I squat. A lot of my squat relies on my ankle mobility. It allows me to sit back and stay in an upright position, which allows my knees to travel forward over the toe and keep the bar in a straight up and down position. So we're gonna do that, put the knee sleeves on, and we're gonna start squatting. The shoes that I always lift in, they are called barefoot shoes, right? The most insane shoes that I've ever used while powerlifting. I've been powerlifting for 4 years, and this is the first flat-toed shoe that I really like. The bottom of them is really grippy. I haven't touched a surface where these weren't grippy, so I really like these. I highly recommend you getting a pair of flat shoes. If you do have ankle mobility issues, that's the only time where you do use heels when you're lifting. So if you don't have ankle mobility issues, I recommend getting a flat shoe. We're feeling pretty good today. When I squatted a couple days ago, I tried switching on my forward to a wider stance because I have a sumo stance for deadlift. So I was like, you know what, I activate more muscles sumo, so might as well try a wide stance. Really didn't work out well. I went back to an original stance today and it's moving pretty good. It feels more stacked at the hips. And I like that a little bit better rather than seeking in and then losing tightness out of the hole. So we're gonna work up. We got I think a top triple today. So we'll try to aim for like 405, 415 for 3. So let's get into it. One of the major questions that I get is when you should put a belt on for your main lifts. Personally, I don't like to rely on my belt too much because I've had it happen in the past where I would rely on the belt too much, I would lose internal bracing, and then I would have to overcompensate with other muscle groups, which has led to injury. So I've switched up my warm-ups to trying not to rely on the belt too much until I get heavier, probably above like 75%. Then I'll throw the belt on. But other than that, I try to minimize using the belt in my warm-ups to activate my core and get a feeling for how the bracing is going to work throughout the movement. Gonna go for 410 by 3. Keep it under an 8, 8.5 here. Gonna get some spots. Let's fucking do it.
Let's go, Kyle. Lock in. Come on. Come on. Up. Steady. Come on. Up. 2 more. Come on. Come on. Up. 1 more. Come on. Let's go. Up.
410 by 3. Prescribed RPE 8. Perfect right there. Got a 3x4 back down right now. I'm gonna subtract 10% from that. It's probably gonna be like 375 and then move on to bench. So I'll see you guys at bench. All right, touch and go bench today. I bench 3 days a week. The first 2 days will be competition bench, with the third day is a variation, it's touch and go. I bench 3 days a week to keep up frequency because bench is the #1 where you want to increase frequency and load it, unlike squat and bench. It's a very complex and technical movement, so the more you do it and the more practice you get, the more comfortable you get with heavier weights and increasing work capacity and strength. Now another question that I get is, Kyle, how are you able to bench so often and so frequent in a week? Well, let me tell you, I didn't start off by benching 3, sometimes 4 days a week. When I first started powerlifting, I was doing at most 2, and then 4 years later, I'm doing 3 to 4. It just comes with time and patience. Slowly work into it by increasing frequency, days, variations. Personally, I just think if you just keep it simple and you just increase your frequency on bench, your numbers will grow.
Oh yeah.
Gonna put 290 on the bar right now and hit it. It might be a little overshot just because I'm a little fatigued from yesterday, but I literally have the next 3 days off. Got a long weekend ahead of us to recover, so say we just send 290.
Oh! Oh my God. my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Give me some! That was absolutely smoked. Honestly, the best rep that I've had this entire prep. I feel like the arch and bench is really good if you can control it. But I'm starting to come to a realization that the more I arch, the more shoulder support I lose. So I kind of went back to my old setup. It's still arch, but not arch as much. And I feel so much tighter in my upper back and my rear delts. And I just feel more stable throughout the entire motion. Move on to AMRAP. We got 245. I'm probably gonna hit that for like 8, and then back downs, and then move into accessories.
Coming out to the pigs up behind me. I'm P. Diddy in the fam, all about the Benjis. Yeah.
Just finished our workout. It's been about 3 hours. These workouts, you know, they are long, but you do build up a tolerance to it, and you get used to it in a sense. You know, a lot of my friends and family, like, you don't need to spend 2.5, 3 hours at the gym, but like when you're doing as much volume and intense training each day, you know, you need to give yourself a proper rest time in between sets to help replenish like muscle glycogen and pretty much just give your muscles a break before heating them all the way down, and then you start overtraining and then blah blah blah. So that's gonna wrap up this video. A lot of it was just, you know, what's been going on in my life and what I plan to do moving forward. I'm going to try to get on an actual schedule. I know we've said that before, but I'm gonna actually get on a schedule, posting at least once a week. That's my goal. My full-time job is starting in about a month, so I'm just gonna pump out content as much as I can up until then, and then, you know, get on a proper schedule once I start working, and then still continue to do videos as I work. Maybe, you know, show you what my life looks like as a full-time engineer, you know, and a powerlifter. You know, that's just some ideas moving forward. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know what you liked about it, what you want to see, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.